Okay, as I said in a previous video, I want to start getting better with Wesker. I find him a very interesting killer to use. He does take a lot of practice. This map will be a good test because it would seem to be not to be a favorable map for Wesker with all the sharp corners. It is still the Bone Chill event, so we will be seeing decorations and snowmen in the area. And I was watching some cutscenes of Wesker from Resident Evil 5, and yeah, I am really getting to. Yes, I think he is. Yes, as I said, I am really getting to like this guy. You know, Chris said about him that the only person Wesker gives a damn about is himself, and that right there, I said to myself, you know, that is a very admirable trait, because you know, most people won't think so, but I go for the villains. I find the villains to be much more honest than the heroes. Especially when you have a situation where the hero's life is in danger. And they tend to, you know, not all the time, but sometimes will chicken out. I love that. There's no point in hiding. So, you know, the villains like Wesker, they just lay their plans right out there for you to, for everyone to know. And it's really refreshing. Because heroes, a lot of times, they'll say, oh yes, I'm going to save the day. Or, you're not doing this on my watch. And crap like that. And then, of course, when the chips are down, like the Joker said, these people will eat each other. And what he meant by that is all pretense, all morals are thrown out the window. Their code is gone. And if you're a true hero, that's not so much the case. But honestly, I find a lot of times they don't live up to what they preach. So that's why I tend to like the villains more. They're more true to themselves. They don't put on a phony air. And if you think about it, Wesker, you know, he doesn't give a damn about himself only. He's trying to improve the human condition. He's trying to make the world a better place. And I can't fault him for that. And I've noticed I can do a pretty good Wesker. So maybe one of these, in one of these videos, I should just totally immerse myself in the role. And say nothing but what Wesker would say in certain situations. We'll see. So this match is going very well. We've already had a guy give up on Hook. And we have 4 gens left to protect. So we are doing very well. I guess he was just mad I went after him or something. I don't know. But I am going to be showing no mercy to these survivors, especially on this map. This to me is a very difficult Wesker map. And what I like to do is, oh, she had balance there. Okay. What I like to do is try to mitigate some of the inherent weaknesses of the killer. For instance, with this build, you will pay for that. Yes. I run Monitor and Abuse, which shrinks my terror radius while not in a chase, which essentially gives Wesker a normal terror radius when he's not chasing anyone, which is good. Because I find he gives survivors a decent amount of warning before he can actually get to them. And then I'm running Plaything, which silences my terror radius altogether. It doesn't get rid of the red stain, they can still see that, but my terror radius is gone for each survivor that I hook, which will help me out even more. Because I feel one of the best things about Wesker is if you can sneak up on survivors and get an early dash grab, it goes a long way toward slowing the match down for you and helping to hinder them.
Too bad we won't make it much further.
Yes, too bad. The other two perks, Deadlock and No Way Out, are pretty self-explanatory. They're Deadlock for a little gen defense and No Way Out to give me an advantage at endgame. I suppose I could run Terminus, maybe instead of Deadlock, but in order for Terminus to be truly effective, you have to injure all these survivors and keep them injured until the last generator is done. I find that
You're merely postponing the inevitable.
You are. I find that difficult to accomplish on a killer, on any killer other than maybe Legion, since Legion can injure survivors and maintain them being injured throughout the entire match. Especially since smart survivors will not heal against Legion because it's a total time waste. So that a perk like Terminus is only useful on a killer like Legion, I feel. Maybe Plague as well. But they will start cleansing once they're about to finish the final generator. So, yes, he was quite a time waste. Thankfully, he's gone. So yeah, I think Legion and Plague are probably the only two killers that benefit from a perk like Terminus. It's especially satisfying when you're playing as Plague and the last generator goes and you see a bunch of survivors start cleansing and their sickness is gone but they're still injured because of Terminus. That is immensely satisfying to me because you can just imagine their reaction. They'll be like, hey, wait, I cleansed. What's going on? You've had some nice grabs this game. I'm getting more and more used to Wesker's power.
Is that the
Apparently it was, and it wasn't very good. I love his little quips, and as I said, I was watching clips of him from Resident Evil 5, and these things he says to the survivors are basically taken right from that game, which is really nice. Let's be a little cute here and see if I... Well, he gave up on Hook. I was going to say, see if I can sneak up on Meg when she goes to unhook him, but there's no reason to unhook him now because he's dead. Very well. Okay, Okay, she's infected. And now she's fully infected. So if I can get a dash on her, she will be instantly put on my shoulder. Yeah.
I expected more from you.
There we go. I have no idea why she was cleansing that totem rather than looking for the hatch. Because it's a good bet she would have found it. I guess she didn't want to be oblivious, but at this point, it's pretty much over. There's no point in wasting your time cleansing a totem when you could possibly find the hatch. A nice 4K on that difficult map. Not one of my favorite maps, to be sure.